WWE 2K players were given some really bad stuff over the years. But with the recent WWE 2K22 announcement, it seems like 2K turned face, and it gave us a big fat smile. We got nice looking graphics, that's the Bobby that women love. Potentially better gameplay, a different side of universe mode, and finally the return of general manager mode. I hope it's realistic. I wanna play as Adam Pearce, and with every decision I make, my balls get bigger. It's fair to say this game looks pretty promising. WWE 2K is like a cheating husband. They betrayed our trust, but came back with flowers, so it's all good. I'm gonna talk about 30 things I wanna see in WWE 2K22, and if I would at least get 10 out of 30, I would be a very happy chubby boy. They need to make a game that I would love. That's all that matters. Before we continue, this video is sponsored by a game that you probably heard about before. It has global PvP, massive PvE boss battles, 600 plus champions, yes, Raid Shadow Legends. That probably gave it away. Everyone likes elves and Raid Shadow Legends got plenty of them. My favorite being the dark variety. In Teleria we got two kinds of elves. They used to be just elves, but well, about 700 years ago Sephiroth tempted some of them away from the light. Not with evil powers or anything crazy, he actually tempted them with art and philosophy. When the Arbiter found out they've been tempted by Sephiroth, she got really worried about Sephiroth's influences and begged the elves to stop. Some did, but others doubled down, and that's where the dark cult stuff started growing. Naturally, it didn't take long for the war to start. The High Elves won, but not in any kind of permanent way. They keep trying to fix the relationship between the High Elves and the Dark Elves, but well, we're 700 years in and they're not getting along. Time doesn't heal every wound, it seems. If you ask me though, I would say the Dark Elves are awesome enough already. They're like a legion of evil assassins and warlocks, and who doesn't love a bad guy? I absolutely love the character designs in this game. We got some badass looking son of a guns right here. And as more of a computer guy than a phone guy, I absolutely appreciate the fact that you can play this game on both mobile and desktop devices. And there's a ton happening in Raid this month. Special events every day, a bunch of new awesome champions, and a brand new feature Guardian Ring that gives you a load of new ways to use your champions. And at the start of December, Raid's releasing one of its biggest, most anticipated features ever. In December, heads will roll. With all these new features and one even bigger right around the corner, now it's the perfect time to play Raid Shadow Legends. If you're gonna wait any longer, you're only going to get left behind. If you want a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do is hit the link in the description or scan my QR code and you'll get an epic hero Honaru, 200,000 silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in game. And all this treasure will be waiting for you right here. So don't miss out, all of these rewards will only be available for the next 30 days and only for new players. Download the game by using the link in the description or scanning the QR code. An ability to change the camera angle. Now, I do love this camera angle. It looks like a UFC game. I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that it looks different. I know this may be an unpopular opinion, but I always preferred the camera facing the Titantron or the entrance ramp, whatever. It kind of makes you, feel like you're in that arena. Sure, it's not how WWE television works, but if I'm playing at WrestleMania, I want to see the WrestleMania stage. And arenas in WWE games are really detailed, so it's kind of a shame that we barely get to see them. Another thing is custom music, and this is a must-have. WWE released like 15,000 wrestlers this year and last year, and we're gonna get some of them in the game, probably most of them. The thing is, create a superstar is going to be a big deal in WWE 2K22. I want to see Chris Jericho in the game, but we don't have Jericho's music. That's why create a superstar was such a big deal back in SmackDown vs. Raw. You create a superstar, put on some music, custom Titantron, and it's all good. I barely downloaded any created superstars in 2K games because, without music, it's just kinda not the same. Custom renders, yes, another feature we definitely need to see. So we can already upload logos in 2K games, and now superstars have real-life renders. And I'm not a big fan of that because created superstars right now are gonna look like crap. So if you already have the ability to upload logos, it would be pretty great and doesn't seem too crazy if we could have custom renders. That is a great idea, I actually feel so proud. I also want to see new weapon animations. I'm just not a big fan of current chair shots because it really feels like it lacks impact. I know it's a simulation game, but come on, it's a chair shot. It looked so good back in the day. Same goes for most of the other weapons. I would also love to see more hairstyles in the game. It's really limited, like I can't make myself in the game. I get pretty close, and I'm sure not a single soul is walking with that, so that's an issue. Either way, we desperately need new hairstyles, to recreate superstars that got released. It would also be pretty fun to change superstars' hairstyles, for wrestlers that are already in the game. So that's another thing I would like to see. Now in this video, I'm talking about some big things and some small things. Some small things being, I hate the pedigree animation. There's not a single pedigree in the game that actually looks good. So either bring some of them back or give us a new animation. Another one is catching or KO. I absolutely hate it. I can't stand that animation. And catching or KO is such a big deal in wrestling, it really needs some love. Since we already have tired finishers where you basically hit a finisher and fall down, or the finisher looks different because you're tired, I would love to see more tired moves. If you have low stamina, I would love to see, a tired DDT or something along those lines. Also blood and skin bruises. That's pretty weird. We have decent graphics, but that's really a minor thing in the game for some reason. It even looked better in the previous games on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And now with the game being on next-gen consoles, it definitely needs to be improved. I want to see better backstage brawling. I mean, you do have some freedom. It's pretty big. But oh boy is it boring, like it's not fun. Back in SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, you wanna go outside, you wanna fight backstage because it was one of the biggest highlights of the game. Nowadays, it's pretty boring. You try it out and you forget about it, so it definitely needs some love. I wanna see more freedom and create a superstar. That could be interpreted in pretty much every way, but what I'm talking about is more customization when it comes to faces. If I wanna have one eye here and one there, let me do that. I want to be able to edit every corner of the face so that way we could create, superstars that actually look like they're supposed to be in the game. No microtransactions, this is gonna be in the game, but I really hope not. At least I hope it's not gonna be a big part of the game. Let's talk about universe mode. I wish there would be a way, to set up a GM. In the trailer we saw Triple H giving you tips, so maybe it's possible, maybe we can pick GM, and this would be very useful in cutscenes. Speaking of cutscenes, I want to see more cutscenes in universe mode. That's the point. That's all you really need. Even if you give us the same universe mode, give us 100 more cutscenes. That's a lot to ask for. Maybe at least 30. And make sure they actually happen quite a lot. Different UI, I don't like this menu, I don't like the way it looks. If you ask me, I actually prefer the one in SmackDown vs. Raw, WWE 12-13, you get the point. It's just really inconvenient. It should probably look the way GM mode looks in WWE 2K22. Again, in universe mode, I want to see a variety of rivalries. What I'm talking about is, you can already have 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. I want to see a triple threat rivalry, I want to see a fatal 4-way rivalry, even if it's just the same cutscenes happening between two superstars. At least make sure it connects and you get different matches between 4 superstars. You get what I mean. Another cool feature in universe mode would be tournaments. Basically, you set up a tournament and every week you see tournament matches until the pay-per-view, whether it's for the championship or King of the Ring, that's your decision. And the last thing I want to see in universe mode is injuries. Yes, we do have injuries. Do they mean anything? No. I wouldn't even mind an option to turn on fatigue. Basically, if you wrestle twice a night, next week you're gonna be pretty effed up. And when you do have an injury, I want to see that guy gone. I want to see that happening a bit more often. Let's talk about general manager mode. So we saw what's basically in the game, kinda. We don't really know what's inside these bars. So first of all, I hope there's a calendar because it says week 1, and I hope you're not just ending a show and you go straight to your other episode. I want to see, a whole calendar. Speaking of calendar, I want to be able to watch what Raw has. Basically, SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 or even 7, I think. You could basically watch what's happening on Raw. If you control SmackDown, I want to see what kind of matches Raw has, what kind of ratings they got. Maybe it's in the game, I don't know, we just didn't see it yet. Another thing we didn't see yet is superstar morale and injuries in general manager mode. I hope that's the case. I don't see a computer, but hopefully that's inside my roster. We can basically see how happy the superstar is. Maybe he wants a title shot, you're not giving him a title shot, he threatens to leave. It's a lot more fun that way. Another thing that worries me is when I saw the screenshot, it seems like you can only have 3 matches. That's really concerning to me. I really hope that's not the case. Hopefully you can increase the number of matches because that's not a lot. In 2K20 and basically most of 2K games, we saw lack of match type. Special guest referee is a must have. It's such a fun match type. Why is it not in the game? It was in the previous games, in SmackDown games. I think it was in WWE 13, 14. Why did they remove it? Gauntlet match is a big deal nowadays, you know, on television. It kinda can make a superstar, so another match that I would like to see, and it was in the WWE games before. Another match is War Games. Yes, that's a big match in NXT, happens quite a lot, should be in the game. I would also like to see a lot more, but in my opinion, these 3 matches are must-have in WWE 2K22. One thing I hate about 2K20 is that it's really easy to reverse high-flying moves, so hopefully that's changed. Since all the legends are going to AEW, I don't expect to see Jake the Snake Roberts, every other legend that's in AEW like Sting, Christian. We won't even see Ric Flair, I think. The only legend left is Hulk Hogan. But that being said, maybe they should bring back some retro superstars. Not necessarily legends, but you know, superstars like Umaga, Carlito, Scott Steiner. I mean, they will have to compensate. I would love to see better weapon physics. It's not horrible. I don't hate it, but it's crazy how in SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, which is an old game, it was so much better. We had more freedom. Even minor changes like breaking a ladder and it stays in the ring and you can use a broken piece of a ladder. That's what I want to see. And to end this video, one more thing I would like to see is the ability to set up a chair. I mean, it's already kinda in the game. You can even do moves on it and it looks alright. It doesn't look great, but that's all I need. So why not allowing us, just like with the ladder, setting up a chair? Even if the chair just unfolds after the attitude adjustment, that's all I really need. So this is my WWE 2K22 wishlist. Obviously, I could go on and on and on, but these are 30 things I would like to see in the game. Obviously, it's impossible, but I would like to see at least 10 of these. We'll see how many of these will actually come true. So thank you for watching this video. Make sure to check out Raid Shadow Legends. The link is in the description, or you can use the QR code. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.